welcome or welcome back. My name is Jasmine here at Jasselberry Sews, and today we have the reveal video for my September Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. So in September we were all challenged with taking a free pattern, and it was from the free pattern selection of Marilla Walker, and sewing that up. So if you saw my original video, you will know I chose the Nautilus top. Now if that turns out a bit backwards, I will put in some pictures properly. So I chose this top because ultimately I need something that is going to be wearable day to day for me, and although I love dresses and, you know, those nice fancy things, I don't have many occasions to wear them, and I work from home, so I don't really leave the house too much apart from dog walking and going to the shops. I mean, I could strut around in a dress in Asda, but I'd be the only one. So I chose this pattern. So I have some notes, of which if you see me looking over here, that is why. So the pattern, the Nautilus top pattern, is a cropped loose fitting round neck or V button front top with a choice of short grown on cuff sleeves or pleated longer sleeves with elasticated cuff. The neckline is finished with a facing, and you can also hack it into a dress by adding like a gathered skirt to the bottom. So I did not create a dress out of this, although this would be quite easy to create. I decided to make the top versions, and what I'll do is I will talk you through what I made. There is a curveball in here based on the fabrics that I showed you, and I'll talk you through them. I've recorded some videos, so hopefully that will be able to be put here. And let me just talk you through them. So the videos may repeat depending on how long I take to talk through them, but bear with. Okay. So first up is my toile, and it is a wearable toile for a reason. When I did my introduction video, one of my lovely viewers, Jan, commented to say, if you can get that top out of 1 meter, make sure you check how cropped it is, which I'd already cut out this pink version by the time I saw that comment, but Jan was right. Jan was very, very, very right. So thank you so much. Yes, it's very cropped. It's like above belly buttony, all that on me, obviously. Which is, I'm not precious about. It obviously then just changes what you can wear. Although quite a lot of my trousers are high rise, mid rise. Every top I'm wearing in the videos, I'm wearing my flaneur pants, which I think I need to size down now, or these need a wash. You know, like how when you wear jeans they get baggy and then you need to put them in the wash and then they go back to being tight again. Yeah, I think that's what these trousers do. Anyway, so this fabric is a linen viscose slub from a So Hailey Jane box earlier this year, maybe. I made a saltwater slip out of it earlier in July, which you can see in my 9 makes of July video. And for a first ever make of this version of the top, I really like it. It's a nice top. I will definitely wear this version. So that is my first one. And then we move on to number 2, which is the double gauze version I made. So by the time I'd cut this one out, I'd already realised how. So I actually made this top 3.5 inches longer in length. and as you can see, that fits a lot. Not fits. It is a lot longer. It's more comfortable, I suppose. You don't necessarily have to be too self-conscious if that's not your thing, showing off your midriff. I have my moments. I don't mind, and then sometimes I do mind. All depends on the day. So that is the double gauze version. As you can see, it has not been ironed. Now, I'll be honest with you, we don't frequently iron our clothes unless they desperately need ironing. So I'm not going to be disingenuous and start ironing things now, even though I do have an iron right here. I could have ironed it, but that's not what I do. Yeah, so I really like this double gauze version. It feels really nice. I haven't worn it a great deal just yet, but that could be because of the cropped sleeves. And if you are UK based or have heard from any of the UK sewing vloggers, you will know the weather has changed quite a lot in the past week or two. So yeah, I probably will wear it because I always have a jumper on anyway, always. So I do really like it, yes. So that's the double gauze version. So next up, we go into my first button-up version in this. I realise I haven't been showing you. So, first button-up version in this. It is a polyester. It's definitely synthetic. Because whilst I was trying on all of these garments, the minute I put this one on, I instantly got much hotter. So yes, this is the button front version with the V-neck and also the sleeves. So the sleeves have 4 pleats at the top and elastic in the cuff, and the button front, I don't even know if I've overlapped it the right way. Do I really care? No, not really. Anyway, distracted. The button front version, you will see this is my first and only button front version. I think because whilst I was making this, and I'm going to give you a close-up, I tried to in the video, but also didn't want to flash you. I have just sewed the buttons on and not done buttonholes. Because of the wide neckline, you can get it over your head, and because obviously it's oversized, not oversized, it's a loose fitting garment. So I've just put the button, and I'll be honest with you, you can call it a fail if you'd like. The buttons aren't even straight. I could just take it off and add it back on, but by that point I'd lost the will to live. So I started with this first buttonhole. Now, if I can get that to focus, let me cover my face. Can you see how crazy that is? No matter what I did, I could not get the buttonhole to go in right on this fabric. I tried, obviously on a scrap piece of fabric, I tried various different bits of interfacing, with interfacing, without interfacing, with lighter interfacing, with stiffer interfacing, with the tearaway stuff. I changed my needle, I changed all of the threads and everything on my machine. I tried to loosen the tension, tighten the tension, the bits that change how wiggly woggly it goes over the buttonhole. I tried tightening and loosening that, and it just was not. Just was not. It just was not having any of it. And so I put it off as a bad job, sewed my buttons on, and just left it there because I'm still relatively new to buttons and I didn't want to get put off further than buttonholes because I still want to try and do them. This one was just not having any of it. So I thought rather than get completely put off and bin the whole thing, I'll just sew the buttons on. It is still wearable. That's my view of sewing. So another thing to note from my perspective is I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the sleeves. They are so billowy because of the pleats, and it's not really my jam. So yeah, although I will probably wear this because I've made it, it's not going to be at the top of the pile. It's just not. So, next up we have a curve ball. So you may remember I had two different, actually I have them here. Ooh. I had two different green flowery fabrics that I'd suggested for this top. And as you can see, it actually hasn't happened. And this is, as you watch my videos, you'll see this is what happens. I get very, very distracted. Very distracted. And I realised if I can get this top out of 1 metre or 1 metre there, why would I want to cut into some fabric that's like 2 or 3 metres when I could just see what bits and scraps and remnants I have left? That's where this top comes in. My chair is getting involved in this conversation. Oh, that's the back. So this fabric is from Wasted Fabrics, and I'm just going to check my notes. It is Italian leftover fabric from Selector Como, a high-end Italian printing mill on cotton satin. And when I got this from Wasted Fabrics back end of last year, I fell in love with it. It is beautiful fabric. I got 3 meters of it, and I made a saltwater slip out of it for my holiday earlier this year, and it was one of my favourite dresses. And I had this really random remnant of it left. It was kind of like a really long L shape, and it wasn't big enough to be usable for various other things in my pattern collection. And I thought, let me see what I can do with this top, because I love that fabric so much. And I actually quite like this top. So what I did was, the front is cut on the fold, and then the back is actually cut in 2 pieces, which I've then created a centre back seam. And then the sleeves, I folded in the pleats, which is an option that the pattern does show you. And I was able to get the sleeves out of the long bit of the top, which means I have been able to create a everyday wearable top out of this fabric that I love. And I love it. The sleeves kind of give me, I don't even know what era vibes. I just love it. I finished this top last week and I've already worn it 3 or 4 times. I absolutely love it. So that is this top. This is my favourite, I think. Because it's absolutely so wearable for me. And, you know, I love I've already said in a previous video, I love tropically print, tropical flowers. You know, this is definitely me. Is what I am wearing. And that is, again, another round neck top with sleeves. No pleats. No elastic. And it is in this Fabric Godmother viscose twill, the rodeo fabric with cute little boots, hats, horses. Now I really struggled with this fabric because I could not decide which way round it went, because no matter how you look at it, I'll give you a bit of a close-up, something is upside down. There's an upside down horse, but there's a right way round horse. There's an upside down cactus, but right way round cactus. Boots, I don't know. So in the end I just thought I'm gonna have to cut it out, because if I keep around I won't cut this out and it'll just go back in the cupboard. So I had to be brave and just cut it out. And so I really like this version again. I did quite literally finish it yesterday when I'm recording this video. And so I have not, this is the first time I've worn it properly on my body all the time. I do love it. I love the sleeves. I don't know, I think I really like sleeves. I don't know why I'm only just discovering this now. Yeah, I like this again. All except the button front version and the first pink one, they all were lengthened 3.5 inches and then hemmed from there. And I'm really happy with everything that I've made. Obviously, this one's my favourite, and then this one comes second place, and then I think the double gauze one, then the pink one, and then the button front version. I think I need to practice buttonholes more, I think, is the top and bottom of this, but maybe not in a challenge format. So, what else have I got to say? Definitely recommend this pattern. This pattern, and I don't know if I'll get poo-pooed for saying this, but this pattern's very, very similar to the Tammy Handmade Naya? I don't know. I've talked about that quite a few times in my previous vlogs because I like that pattern as well. Although Tammy's pattern is made for a knit fabric, whereas this Nautilus top is made for a woven fabric. I'm just checking that. And honestly, I could probably have gone into the other size range, which includes a bust dart, because I think on some of the versions my tops are slightly further up at the front in comparison to the sides. So I could probably have done that, but I don't think it's enough of a dip in the front, well, a rise in the front that bothers me that much that I want to go to the effort to put a bust dart in just this loose casual top. So I'm quite happy with the size I made, which is a size 9 in the size range 1, and I will definitely make it again. I've already made, what is this? I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the 5 I've made, 4 of them are absolutely wearable for me. I'm still not convinced on the button front one, and obviously it's polyester, so again, probably. You know what I've just realised? This, and this, these 3 fabrics, I've made a saltwater slip out of each one of them. Is that a really weird coincidence? Strange. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. So, just as a quick hint for October's Busy Bee Sewing Challenge video, that is an autumnal upcycle. And as I said in my original introduction video, I am not great at that kind of creativity. So I will have a video for you shortly where I talk through some of my ideas, but I think I have an idea in mind that I'm going to do, and it's not for me, it's for my husband. So I will show you that in, what, a week or so's time, and then we'll get cracking with October's, and then I'll probably start on November's because I have lots of ideas for November. I'm very excited about that final challenge, and actually it's a very good prompt for me to get some autumnal colder weather clothes planned and made. Definitely planned at least. So that is everything for today's vlog, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're not already a subscriber, I would absolutely love it if you could subscribe. Okay, fab. Thank you, and I will catch up with you guys later. Bye!